What's oh y'all, I have been in the process of transitioning my back shelf to the front and the front to the back. The contents of the shelves, I had Schlage and Baldwin Hardware mixed up. For those of you not familiar with Baldwin Hardware, they were a hardware company in Reading, Pennsylvania. Started long ago, don't know the exact dates or history and all that. However, over the years, they have made countless beautiful hardware, solid brass hardware, mortise locks, door pulls, everything you can think of in the hardware world. And I wanted to take a minute because I don't know if this has ever been done. I'm sure the company, over the decades of them being in business, thanked some of their employees, and you know, sometimes work is just a thankless job, and these employees, of course, were thanked with monetary. You go work, you make money. That's kind of how the business thanks you, by providing you with work. However, I'm gonna thank as many Baldwin employees as I can. And you might ask, how are you going to do that without just saying, thank you, Baldwin employees? For a while, Baldwin employees stamped lids with their names during a certain era. I want to say it was probably from like the 50s to the 70s, somewhere in that era. But we're going to go through and thank certain employees of Baldwin Hardware in Reading, Pennsylvania right now. Let's start off with Mary Ann Grawl, because I've actually found several of Mary Ann Grawl's boxes. So I wanted to take the first thank you to the employee that I have found the most hardware. In this particular instance, this is an 8540 lock right hand. And we have to be so careful with this. But in it, you have multiple pieces. So, as usual, before the days of automation, employees came through and carefully checked these boxes to make sure everything in it was correct, packaged properly, and safe for shipment. And as I mentioned, Mary Ann Grawl is on several of these boxes. So at this time, to start off with, since Mary Ann has packaged probably millions of boxes during her stay at Baldwin Hardware, I'd like to thank Mary Ann Grawl for packaging and making sure that these products made it safely to their destination with all the parts and appropriate things inside. So thank you, Mary Ann Grawl. We appreciate the hard work that you've done. Thank you, Genevieve Shabagawaski. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Genevieve Shabagawaski. Thank you. Even items like the lowly latch box was personally inspected by Robin Ron. Thank you, Robin Ron, for personally inspecting this box to make sure that it had the appropriate contents in it. Thank you, Diane Carbaugh. Thank you, Diane Carbaugh, for making sure this Portsmouth 6923030 entrance lock was properly packaged when it left Reading, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Louise Brown. for your attention to detail and personally inspecting and packaging this 8540 lot with 5064 knob and accessories. A lot went into this box, and I'm sure when it left Reading, Pennsylvania, that Louise Brown made sure it was packaged perfectly for shipment to its distributor. Thank you again, Louise Brown. Thank you, Ellen Shade. Ellen Shade, thank you for packaging this 6560 Lexington trim full dummy. It's important to package things correctly for shipment so they don't get scratched. And Ellen Shade made sure of that. So thank you, Ellen. We don't know what's in this box due to the ravages of time sitting on a shelf. But one thing we do know is that Deborah Evans, right there, Deborah Evans, it's almost faded away, but Deborah Evans, I want to thank you for whatever you put into this box. I'm sure there was great care taken with your inspecting and packaging this product. So thank you again, Deborah Evans. This 5005 knob was packed by Patricia Bowers. So thank you, Patricia Bowers, for making sure this product was safely packed for shipment. We really appreciate you. Mirror boxes of latches. Barbara Stiefel. Vivian Rose. Tammy Troutman. I want to thank all three of you for packing and inspecting these boxes. We appreciate it. $69.86 discussions, 2 half pair may be gone, sold, fallen out of the box. We want to always remember that Irene Brinowski packaged this for shipment. So thank you, Irene, for doing that for us. This one's in pretty rough shape. It's missing a few parts, but that's common. But I'm sure when it was shipped out from Reading, Pennsylvania, that Phyllis Himmelberger made sure everything was correct in the box. So, unless there's another Phyllis that I talked about earlier, but thank you, Phyllis Himmelberger. We appreciate your attention to detail for this fella. This one's a bit unusual, sash lifts, but they were packaged. Actually, they're not sash lifts in here now. They're just doorknobs, but I'm sure at the time the sash lifts were personally inspected and packaged by Sergei Steckline. So thank you, Sergei Steckline. We appreciate you doing your job there. This absolutely beautiful 6933 Versailles, which is this beautiful solid brass trim, was personally inspected and packed by Lynn Goheen. So thank you, Lynn Goheen, for packaging this high dollar, beautiful piece of hardware to be shipped out. We appreciate it. finally thank, and I'm gonna try my hardest to pronounce this, Stanislawa Pixlak. It's kind of hard to read, but Stanis, call it Stanis for short. Thank you for packaging this 5030 03000, and to everybody who worked. Phyllis, there's Phyllis again, Phyllis Himmelberger, she has one here too. For all those, Donna Wetzel, for all those hardworking packagers in the Baldwin, Reading, Pennsylvania, Phyllis again, who carefully packaged the items to be sent out to distributors all over the country. We want to thank you for your attention to detail and for the hours and hours, Joyce Allen, that y'all put in to making sure that our product got to where it was supposed to be safely. So if any of you are still around, I personally just want to thank you again for the work that you've done. And in closing, I hope y'all have a great day.